As you see, it looks like we are doing good here. We are in version 0.12, which means we get some new stuff that we get to work with. New update just out today. We're going to go through and take a look at everything. Just like with the last bit, we are still going to be playing through the vegan mode just so we can go ahead and check out everything without any interruptions. Now, first and foremost, there's been a few changes on the game, and doesn't look like nothing really I'm going to have to work with too bad. Now, one of the things that they did, let's see, since it's not time, let's go ahead and make it stay real quick. Now, one of the things that they've done is, let's go ahead and reset our rabbit trap. They made some changes to the paint system, as they actually added a paint system, which I should be able to do this first one. Yeah, it has 70 marigold. I can do this first one by adding 2 marigolds and tree sap. We make orange paint. Now, orange paint is supposed to be able to be combined with like the plain axe, which paints it orange. Okay. There's actually just not that much of a difference to it. Right, let's move over here out of the way. Now, one of the other things that they added was blue paint, which using 2 blueberries and the tree sap, you'll get blue paint. Now, I can't do anything with that just yet, because we had to catch 2 rabbit skins, and making something else, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it's supposed to be combine it with a rock, and we can paint a rock. I don't understand reasoning for some of this. I mean, I'm sure it'll make more sense later, but it's making their paint, and then our upgraded stick is supposed to be painted. Can we like combine the paint and the paint? So that doesn't change it. You still can't make like a painted club. Now, they changed how some of this stuff sits around. Move the arrows over here. They changed these around so the cassette player is no longer covering up your pedometer. They fixed the bills to where you can use those to start fires. Let's see. Okay. Another thing is supposed to be lizard skin. Is it tree sap? No. I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head what it said. Lizard skin and leaves. And also, you'll notice down here they added a little bar so it fills up as you're putting the items in. And it tells you you're about to make stealth armor. Just going to put that on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting tired of looking at the little hunger bar. Let me go ahead and eat. There we go. As you know, we have all these leaves, so we might as well have some fun with it. And let's go ahead and make one more. I think it's like, oh, too many. No. I think it was like 17 of these. Now, let's take a look. Nice and leafy. Move out here in the sun for a minute. And look at our pretty axe. Look how orange it is. I'm not entirely sure what purpose this is going to have with anything just yet, but that's the fun part with alphas. The alpha is pretty much just adding everything into it, and then you're just seeing what the heck you get out of it. Come on, little bunny. But nevertheless, I still prefer my axe. Good way, bunny. I have food hanging up here. One little fish. So let's take a look around real quick, make sure everything is still as we were leaving it. Well, it looks like everything is still here. Go and wash up here. Yeah, looks like everything is good inside here also. Another glitched bunny. Okay, let's see. Look around, look around. Now, with this one, I want to go ahead and start like updating and changing things around. I got it. I want to go ahead and just start updating everything, start adding more to this, and just make this one big massive thing. Now, one of the things that they were supposed to have changed, and I might go ahead and test it, I'm not sure, is supposed to be whenever you cut down a tree, now that's got like a house in it or whatnot, those are actually supposed to fall, because before they just stayed up there. I don't know. I might test that later. I'm not sure. Because I kind of hate to mess up something that I've already built. Something new is a whole different story. Kind of wish they had something to do with this. But latest update had to deal more with the multiplayer than it did with anything else. Added more to it. Now, as you saw, though, they added the ability to go and create orange paint, and we can create blue paint once we get another rabbit hide. And see, I still have deer skin down there, which deer skin's used naturally to keep you warm and all that. Yeah. That was a shot. Be nice if one of them would go ahead and just go and walk. There we go. Okay, now that we got those, let's open up our inventory here. Now, it's supposed to be 2 rabbit fur. And we get a pouch, and then this pouch, if we equip it, and we go up to, let's see, I don't think I actually have any inside. It's healthy. Yeah, those are snowberries. Let's see, because you can collect snowberries, blueberries, and I want to say it was like twinberries or something like that. Yep, you still did. Let's see, where is a bloody bush at? Because to do the next thing of paint, I need those berries. You know how it is, they're always like right there in front of you until you actually want one and need one. So yeah, we're going to have to just hunt around for a minute and try to find one. But I love the fact that we still got to keep the game. Now they say that if you are having some kind of difficult loading things, to create a new game file instead of just trying to keep the same one going. But from the looks of everything, we had no issues on it, so naturally I'm just keeping our game file going. That way we can just keep building on it. It would be nice if some of these trees would go ahead and regrow. I mean, we still have all the little ones. But needless to say, they're taking their time getting to be big trees. I mean, as you see, we've built a lot, so that means we've made some massive, massive clearings. They added features now also that you can build inside the caves. So if you go into one of the cannibal caves, you can like build your own little place inside of them and whatnot, which is neat. It is interesting, yes. Funky textures over here. Now, from what I was seeing, though, this is mostly, like I was saying, built around multiplayer this time. Fixing it to just being more stable and just making it a lot better. One of the biggest things that they did is they fixed it to where you no longer have to go and type in everybody's IP address and set up the ports and all that. You can actually just go through Steam, invite your friends, they can log in and play that way. So they definitely made it easier to get in and access everybody. Now I'm in hopes that I can eventually get somebody to play along with me, and we can go ahead and try to go ahead and just have some fun with this and just try out some new things, play multiplayer. And they didn't really add much more to it other than that in terms of like anything new. Main thing was just like adding the paint and then alrighty. Main thing was is they added the paint, and you could paint the axe, you could paint the sticks, you could paint the rocks. For what purpose exactly so far, I don't really know. Oh, actually, let's see, that was snowberries. And you would think by now I would have ran into one of them. I don't know. because I did have one blueberries. Oh, where are you all? Usually it takes its time and just pops up here, but here it goes. So that's a snowberry. Probably the same thing with this one. Snowberry again. Now you'll still eat them if you're not holding the pouch. But as long as you have the berry pouch in your hand, whenever you hit it, then they'll actually just pick up and put in there instead. It'd be really... It's those random starfish everywhere. It would be nice being able, like I said, to go on ahead and be able to clear out all these trunks out of the way. Definitely focus a lot on the whole camouflage thing a little bit more, though. Adding in the ability to... Oh, sorry, I'm trying to fight off a sneeze. To add the leaves to the skin. I mean, as far as like equipment or anything like that, tools, they didn't really add anything new with it. Main thing, they really just focused on, like I said, the multiplayer. Then they added a few of the other stuff, like the little bit of customization with the paint and whatnot with that. So no real major changes on that. Like I said, you can make the berry pouch, which will take the berries and puts them up there so you can actually do stuff with them. I'm guessing since you can collect those along with the other ones, you'll probably be able to like create white paint and whatnot. But let's go ahead and set up our next episode. Basically, I want to go ahead and set a few... Oh, shit. Remember, like I said, just stand there before you move. Because for some reason, they always want to keep turning around backwards for me. Okay. So now, question is, what do we want to put? Let's see. Custom building. Was it? Yeah, platforms. Okay. This is always like the hardest part, just getting it to line up right. Okay. And then, see, we put that one gazebo down there. We know that we can put it up here, so you know what? I want to build another one. Well, that's an interesting glitch. It was just turning on its own, having its own field day. Okay. Now, the thing is, I'm not entirely sure how close we actually are to this. I might be far away from it. But let's see. Let's put it right there. Jump down here. Since we had these 2 logs left over, okay. So let's see, like normal, I'll probably go ahead and do some of the prep work off the camera, and then I'll do it on camera, finishing it up. Or we might just build it over time just as we go along. But we need 38 more logs for this platform, and then we need, let's see, where'd you go? 92 more logs and 57 sticks for this version of the gazebo. Because, like I said, I want to put it up in the air. Because I think this would be actually really fun. Because then we could put, like, another section just kind of coming out this way. And just building stuff there, too. That way, while we're up there, we don't have to really worry about anybody. But, all in all, yeah, this is actually a small little update, for sure, in terms of some of the stuff for single player, focus more on multiplayer. But, you know, I like it. And, yeah, this is going to be a short episode today, because where I want to just focus on that little bit, we'll save it, make sure. And I'm going to go ahead and just call this episode right now, though. And in next episode, we will go and we will continue to work on that, and may go ahead and set out a few more blueprints, trying to decide where we're wanting to expand out to next. We could accomplish a lot more if these trees would go ahead and grow the rest of the way. I mean, look at all these little baby trees just waiting. Alright guys, make sure to click the like button. Let us know you enjoyed this series. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can be up to date with everything here in the forest. And until next time, this is TK, Lost in the Forest.